Yeah, let's go. Shout out the mountain and fish. I got Iggy and Woods doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out on mic, you a vulture. They let me down, but the raps did it. They let me down, but the switch did it. They let me down, but the raps did it.
This is your boy Iggy.
It's your boy Woods.
You are now tuned into another episode of Hip Hop Hoops, Season 5, Episode 6. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Listen, man, continue to keep supporting. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Facebook, TikTok, X.
Come on now.
You know, all of that stuff, man. TikTok, Title League, shout out Title League.
Emoji fingers, you know what it is, man.
The best food in the city. Honey, soul food. Listen, guys, if you haven't never tried it, please try it.
What they got? The oxtail spring roll joints?
Oxtail egg rolls.
Egg rolls. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, that's different.
Yeah, definitely.
That's different. Holla at soul food, man.
Yes, sir.
Honeys, holla at them.
Anything that you wanna, usually you have that intro speech,
Oh man.
to the city, to the parents,
Hey,
the basketball parents.
No. Most definitely, I want to shout out. Put some respect on Jamal Murray's name. You know what I mean?
It's crazy to me that how he has never won and he hasn't made an All-Star game.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's crazy. But he's been holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
He's outperforming the competition, like against the top 4 teams in the West. He's probably averaging like 14. I mean, not 14, like 17 all wins. Flipping against the East, he's doing his thing. Against the top 4 teams, averaging like 20 plus. They're on a roll right now. They're looking like they're gonna go back to back, and he's a main piece. So I just wanted to shout out Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets, obviously, but put some respect on his name.
They got to. The boy from Kitchener is a problem. He should have made an All-Star game this year. I'm just confused on that.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know what I mean?
But listen, man, Toronto Raptors, man.
Yes.
There's been conversation with the whole Kawhi Leonard. A few NBA guys said that his jersey should be retired.
Right.
He's played 1 year here. He's won a championship.
Right.
What is your thoughts?
I mean, he helped get us over the hump, but he had a solid supporting cast. So
an
amazing supporting cast.
I think that supporting cast doesn't get enough credit.
It doesn't, because his counterparts are saying, "Oh, it was Kawhi," which it was, but it was Kawhi plus.
We won our record. We had a winning record when he wasn't playing. I forget the numbers, but when he was out, remember we load managed the hell out of that dude.
Right.
And when he was not in the games and he sat out, we had a winning record.
Exactly.
Don't get it twisted.
So don't
like
do that.
by a long shot too. I can't remember the numbers, but we had a winning record.
Yeah, but you know what? His jersey should get retired.
No,
but not before Vince. You know what I mean? Vince.
So
gotta
you
get
think that
first.
1 year that he's played here, deserves?
I mean,
I know. I get
winning
it.
Winning a chip for the Toronto Raptors, it slaps different because it's the country, man. You know what I mean? You got to come with that. You got to come from that perspective. It's like, this is Canada's team. You know what I mean? We were ready to give Kawhi everything for him to stay so we could have run it back. Because if we would have came back, I swear to you, we would have went back to back.
We would have won that bubble chip.
Bottom line.
We would have won that bubble
Bottom
chip.
line. You know what I mean?
We wouldn't have showed it any respect, but we would have won it.
Right?
Don't get it twisted.
But honestly, respect to Kawhi and what he done for us. He helped solidify our greatness. You know what I mean? We're going to get another one. You know what I mean? Sooner than later. Remember I said that, but because
we were one of the teams like the Minnesotas, the Phoenix Suns, who didn't have a championship. Now you could remove us from that.
Yeah, get us away from those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Straight up.
I disagree. I don't think he deserves to have his statue. If we're going to do any statues here, it got to be Vince Carter has to be number 1. Then you can go with, I don't even believe Kyle Lowry really deserves a statue.
No, he deserves a statue.
Opinion.
Why not?
I just think it's Vince, and that's it.
That's it? Just Vince?
I think it's just Vince Carter.
In regards to impact?
He put this whole city, this country on the map. Like when he came here and he was here, you started seeing the turnover ratio of guys going to the league from Toronto, from Canada. It started going crazy.
It did.
It started going crazy. It was the Carter effect. So I believe only Vince Carter deserves a statue.
And when he left,
bad management.
DeRozan and Kyle Lowry had to pick up those pieces.
Those guys are borderline.
They had to pick up the
Damon
pieces.
Stoudemire is borderline. I think Kyle Lowry's borderline. I think DeMar DeRozan's borderline. Chris Bosh is a no for me.
He's definitely a no sellout. But at the end of the day, I think Kyle deserves a statue. Kawhi deserves a statue, and yes, of course, Vince.
All right, we'll see what happens,
We'll see
man.
what happens.
But I want to know from the people. We always got to talk to the people, man.
Come on, that's what we're about,
Do
man.
you think
you guys are in the comments, man? You guys are it's so disrespectful.
Shout out to Mr. Delusional.
I got time, man. I got
Mr.
time.
Delusional, that's my guy right there.
Yeah,
But I want to know from the people, do you think Kawhi Leonard deserves a statue? I want to know. I want to know from the
Give
people.
Him that statue,
Let me
man.
know.
Definitely.
But we got to congratulate, Oakwood.
Yeah, man.
They won OFSA this
3A
year.
OFSA, man.
Yes.
Congratulations.
They're back to back?
I think so.
They won last year, correct?
I believe so. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They got a solid program over there, man. I've been taking notes, man.
Are they prep or are they high school? I'm confused.
I think they're both.
Okay.
I think they're both because they were in the Humber Classic.
Yes, sir.
On the prep
I remember
side,
that.
right? So yeah, they probably have a prep program and a high school program. That's how you got to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They've been one of the more dominant program. I'm not gonna say the most dominant program in Toronto, but they've been one of the more dominant programs in the country. This is another question I want to ask.
Yeah.
This is gonna get things swirling a little bit. Who do you think has the most dominant? Who do you think was the most dominant high school program in the country, man? Was it Eastern Commerce? Was it Oakwood? Was it Runnymede? Was it Bathurst Heights? I want to know from the people. Who do you think has the most dominant high school program? Not prep, high school.
High school.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna have to go with Bathurst, fams.
Bathurst?
I think Bathurst.
How much OFSAs did they win?
I don't even know.
Yo, the comments are gonna go crazy.
Let the elders come into this shit. Control
most dominant program in high school.
Delete. But yeah, definitely. Let's see what happens, man.
Whoa, I know it's early, but man,
it's too early for that. My
yes,
bad.
Sir.
My bad.
But I want to congratulate the senior prep boys over at Royal Crown. They went back to back.
Back to back.
Listen, man, they're showing out like they might be the best program between them and Fort Erie.
Yeah.
So either one is going to the championship.
That was a solid game.
Yes.
On top of that,
absolutely, 74-73 to beat Fort Erie. That kid, he's going to Virginia.
Yes.
Sharma. Oh my God.
Oh,
he is a sniper.
He had like 7 threes that game.
Bro, he had 5 in the first half. 5 threes in the first half, and they were easy.
He missed the one that counted. He was so
that was
wide
the
open.
Cleanest look he had all night.
All night.
When he put the shot up, I grabbed cheese. Like, man, the game's done.
Game's over.
Miss, rebound.
Game over.
But I want to shout out Peter.
Yeah,
I hope I'm not killing his name. Peter Banji. He was MVP.
Yeah, he did
with 16 points a game.
Yeah, man.
We got to shout out the junior boys as well from junior girls.
Junior girls.
Chance Berry.
Oh, she a
They
problem.
went back to back. She was MVP. Chance Berry. Shout out Chance Berry, man. She's a problem. 22 points a game.
Oh, hold up. I got to shout out Javion Tyndale, man.
Yes.
Grade 9. He's playing up. He's playing juniors and seniors at Royal Crown.
Game. Yes.
A real point guard, man.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm all about the undersized guards, man. You know what I mean? We got to work.
You've been advocating for those guys.
We got to work extra hard. You know what I mean?
Little guards.
Jumper got to be on point. Leadership got to be on point.
Right.
Got to be a pest on defense. But he's checked off all 3 of those boxes at such a young age.
He's gonna be.
He's such a beautiful thing to watch.
That junior team from Crestwood is going to be a problem for many years to come.
Oh, for sure.
Many years. But I got to give the girls a shout out, of course.
Oh, for
back
sure.
to back, Royal Crown.
Yeah.
And we got to give a shout out to
senior
Crestwood
girls.
senior
Yes.
girls. I don't know. What her name is Agat Makir.
Yeah.
She's a problem. 29 points. She's
Problem.
only a junior. She's coming back next year.
Oh, that's scary.
Toby, come on.
Come on,
So
Toby's
we're
been
talking
on.
about Crestwood girls, senior girls. They won 4 championships in 5 years.
Shout out Coach Marlo Davis.
We gotta give
Come
him
on,
some
baby.
love.
One of
Come
Jada
on,
Finch's
Marlo
finest right
Davis.
there,
Is
baby.
he from Finch?
Come on, you know who he is, man. Connections.
Man, I didn't know he was
They
from
tore
Finch,
it down,
man.
but yeah,
I thought that boy was from
come
Western
on,
Road, man.
It's all good, man. He'll give you a history lesson.
Yeah.
He knows
But,
how to get those rings, though. That's for sure.
He is one of the better coaches in the city, period.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
One of the better young coaches. His team went undefeated. And mind you, guys, these guys were playing in the States. Tournaments. They weren't just playing in Canada. I watched him play on ESPN.
Right.
Playing against like one of the number 2, number 3 player in the country.
Light work.
And Toby and these girls.
Light work.
They went undefeated, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Listen, she's going to Duke.
Yep.
Next year, Toby's going to be a problem, man.
She's going to be a problem, man.
Absolutely.
Let's go, man.
But Women's Month, man.
Yes.
Women's Month. We are here. I want to show some love. She's kind of one of the pioneers of Toronto.
Yes.
basketball for female, Tammy Sutton Brown.
Yes.
Listen, she went to Rutgers. We're talking about from 97, 2000. She was drafted by Charlotte Sting, in 01,
Yep.
with the 18th pick.
Yep.
What else? Indiana Fever, she won a championship.
Yep. She's the
Like
WNBA champ, man.
in 2012. Like, this is before a lot of girls were even touching foot in the league.
Right.
From here,
Right.
I'm talking, she already won a chip. We're talking 2-time NBA All-Star.
Yep.
She's a 5-time Turkish National League champ. Like,
Yep.
what are we talking about here? 3-time Turkish Cup winner, a 2-time Turkish President Cup winner. Like, it can go on and on.
Yeah.
Like, Tammy Sutton Brown has been, just amazing for women's basketball in Toronto. I believe she paved the way. And you see a lot of these girls now going and follow suit. She was inducted to the we can't forget that. She's in the Hall of Fame, Canadian Hall of Fame, so we can't forget that. She just got inducted last year, 2023.
Congrats.
But
Well, yeah, man.
bro, what do you have to say about Tammy Sutton Brown?
I got nothing but emoji flowers for you, girl. Whole lot, man. You know what I mean? One of the trendsetters.
Absolutely.
One of the originators.
So,
So, she definitely paved the way for the up and coming solid sisters solid sisters coming to playing ball. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing.
Because she was, like I said, she was the first one to do it. And I'm talking to play at this high level.
Yep.
Like, high level and win a like, there's nothing that she hasn't done as a WNBA player in her career. Like, there's nothing. She's won at all levels.
She's a winner, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
She got that
shout
formula.
out to Tammy Sutton Brown.
Tammy.
Man. I think she's not from Finch. She's from North York or East End somewhere.
Yeah, I can't claim everybody as Finch.
I'm just saying.
She looked like she got that Finch heart though, man. So it is what it is.
But moving along to Finch, she's not from Finch. We got to shout out Cheyenne Day.
Yes.
Scoring 1,000. She's not from Finch.
She's not. Shout out Falstaff.
Dirty 30 from the 30 buildings.
Yeah.
We got to shout her out. She just hit 1,000 points in her career. She's a junior. She's at Miami. Shout out to those Miami girls, man. They're doing amazing.
And not to mention, she hit 300 assists, career assists as well.
See?
Point goddess out here, man.
Yeah.
Point goddess.
So we got to give her some love.
Yes.
Shout out her and the other girls, Natasha at Miami. They just beat UNC.
Yep.
And UNC has a good team.
Yeah, they kind of fell. They fell to Virginia though.
They did?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Virginia. Was it Virginia Tech?
I'm not sure. I didn't watch that game.
Yeah, I think it was Virginia Tech.
I was too busy watching, the Duke. So this is another point I want to get on. And I want to ask the people. We're talking about we're talking about college basketball for women.
Right.
And we're talking about the men. Like, this year, I feel like men's college basketball doesn't have that star. Who's the star? I just watched one of the biggest rivalries in college basketball yesterday, Duke versus North Carolina.
Right.
It's probably the biggest rivalry in sports, damn near, period.
Right.
And where's the stars? Like, where is the NBA prospects on either team?
Right.
I don't see them. Proctor, you got Jaren McCain from Duke. Those guys are good players, but those guys are like 2-3 year guys.
Right.
Like, this year, I don't see stars on the men's side, but I see stars on the women's side.
Right.
We're talking about Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie. Like, we're talking Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark,
who just has the all-time scoring record.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Deja Kelly from UNC. We're talking about Aaliyah Edwards from UConn. Shout out our Canadians. She just signed a deal with Adidas.
Yep, big too. That's a big move right
Crestwood
there.
alumni.
Yep.
Paige Becker from from UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Stars.
No, real talk, man.
Where are the stars in the men's side? I don't see them.
You got that stud from Kentucky. Got a few.
Dillingham.
Yeah.
He's good, but it's just like, where's the stars?
Right now, there's the power shift going on right now. And now, it's just on the girl side right now. Dude.
Listen, and it shows, man, because the average views on Fox is 981K.
Right.
That's women's.
Yeah.
981K, where men's is 946K.
Right.
This is viewers.
That's crazy.
So everybody's watching the women's side.
Yeah.
More than the men.
That's real talk.
And this is why I don't really rock with, the whole thing with the draft picks. Mm-hmm. Bro, listen, man. Women's basketball is more booming this year than men's.
It's on the rise, man. And I heard rumblings that, Toronto's looking into getting a WNBA
I
squad.
hope it happens.
You know what I mean?
I hope it
so
happens.
That's even better, man.
Yo, we got a lot of young studs out there, man. You know, Deanna Harris Horsford, problem
Point
at Crestwood.
goddess.
Like she's up
Point
next.
goddess.
So we have a lot of talent on both sides.
Definitely.
Coming out of the city. So I think a women's team would be absolutely phenomenal.
Having a women's team is just going to add that extra battery. You know what I mean? Just like how it did for the boys.
For the boys,
when the Raptors came. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
Yeah, man. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be a beautiful thing to see.
Shout out to the women's, man. Women's month. Shout out to the ladies, man.
You already know, ladies.
You guys are doing your thing,
Emoji
man.
flowers,
yes,
man.
Sir.
Emoji flowers, roses, all that for you.
Moving along to Jeff Teague.
Yes.
You know, he was on the OGs podcast.
Yes.
And he made some statements where he was talking about the Miami Heat when they joined forces with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Right.
He said that was a weak move.
Well, he didn't say it was a weak move. Joe Johnson.
He said that when KD did it, it was a weak move.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing it? But he said he snitched on Joe Johnson. He snitched. Like Joe Johnson's probably chilling somewhere like, "Are you call my name for?"
Right.
He didn't have to. Anyways, he said Joe Johnson, he was at Joe Johnson's house and he said that Joe Johnson said that was a weak move. He's not the only person that said that was a weak move. And I want to know from the people. You got to always talk to the people, man.
Got it.
I want to know from the people, do you think when LeBron James made his move to Miami, was that a weak move? I want to know. What is your thoughts on those comments?
Of course it was a weak. I'm glad that it got out. You know what I mean?
People are speaking about
People are speaking about it, not just your diehard fans. You're hearing it from actual leaguers, guys that have played in the league, guys that were there. Could only imagine Joe Johnson when he seen that. Yo, flipping LeBron, D Wade, Bosh together. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that's why the whole MJ LeBron thing is just like, I remember reading something where MJ said during the Dream Team, he would just watch he'll watch his teammates, guys that he's playing with, just to find out their weaknesses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what did LeBron do? Same platform, and he decided to team up with guys.
Use that as a recruiting tool.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yo, I'm so glad that Teague brought that up. And just hearing the fact that Joe Johnson said it was weak.
Yeah.
And, Hassan, what's his name?
Udonis Haslem?
Udonis Haslem. Yeah. He was there and he
Udonis
couldn't
Haslem
even...
and Mike Miller.
Yeah. Shout out those two, but deep down, they know that was a weak move, bro. Like, come on, man.
It's just, this is why the whole Jordan debate is not really a debate for me. And I seen these guys now, they're doing this trend on TikTok called "We're done with the 90s."
Yeah.
Yo, listen, we're done with you 90s haters. Cause you guys, like, for real, like, you guys don't really watch basketball like that. Like, you guys are doing this all for likes and clicks. And imagine this, you guys are saying now Jordan has no left hand. So you're trying to tell me Jordan accomplished all that with no left hand?
That makes
him even more of the GOAT.
Right.
Y'all shooting yourself in the foot. Jordan had no left hand. He accomplished what he accomplished with no left hand.
Facts.
Take that in. Y'all trying to use it against him. Stupid. But I never thought it was a debate for me. Like, to me, like, LeBron is very smart. He's really, really, like,
that's the key word. He's smart, man.
No, he's very, very smart. His team is smart, and he understands and knows, like, his followers are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, these boys will fight you.
They'll knock
like
you out.
They will fight you for this man that they never met in their entire life, but they will fight you for him. And he understands when he puts things out, it will just spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
So when he said, "I am the GOAT," everybody ran with that. He's the GOAT.
Facts.
How did you pass up Kobe? How did you pass up Kareem?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how did you pass up these guys?
What?
I don't get it.
Something crazy though. It's like they formed that team right after
to try to beat Kobe.
Kobe won the chip.
Yeah.
And Kobe had what? Pau Gasol, Shannon Brown, Lamar Odom, Ron Artest.
This is not when he had Shaq, guys. This is when he had Will Bynum.
Right.
Like Ronald McDonald.
Right. And that was the second chip that he got.
Yeah.
Without Shaq. So it was like, yo, these guys probably felt the pressure.
But that's not a super team.
That wasn't a super team. So the fact that you had to take at that time, Chris Bosh was a 20 and 10 type of guy for us. You know what I mean? And team up with Wade, have Wash sacrifice his game to come over there. Like, bro, Kobe was in your head like that?
But that just shows me that how can we consider him the greatest of all time? He has the most losses in the top 10, period. Like Magic doesn't have 6 losses.
No.
Jordan damn near doesn't have 6 losses.
Not even close.
Like Shaq, none of these guys have 6 losses.
Not even close.
Tim Duncan, no. Like how do you get to just enter that conversation
Facts.
with 6 losses on your belt, teaming up with everybody?
Makes no sense, man. He does a great job of creating a narrative, man. And
he loves it.
And his support system, they rock with that, bro.
Yeah.
All his fans, they rock with that.
It's never been.
I got time though. I got time in the comments. So yeah,
it'll be here. It'll be here. But even Shaq, on his platform, and he was saying like, if I felt it was okay, I would have teamed up with MJ.
Right.
But growing up, I didn't think that it was cool to team up with guys.
That we weren't.
It was more, I want to play against and beat the best.
Bottom line.
So, again, this is why a lot of players don't put him in that space. And I get it. These young kids and these young guys it's kind of crazy. Oh, you've seen a player better than LeBron? I have.
Right.
Like, to me, Kobe is a better basketball player, to me.
Bottom line.
MJ's a better basketball player. If you want to put accomplishments in there, then how can you deny Kareem? Like, never lost in college.
Straight up.
Won four high school championships in a row.
Right.
He went to college. They didn't allow him to play as a freshman. He won 3 straight college. You know how hard that is?
That's tough. He's a winner, man.
They told the man he can't dunk, bro. You can't dunk. That's what they told him in college. And they didn't even let him play his freshman year, or he won 4 straight.
Would have won 4 straight.
6 championships.
Real shit.
Like 5 or 6 MVP. Like, come on. He had the most points forever. And nobody's ever considered him the GOAT. As soon as LeBron said he passed him in points, he has to be the GOAT. Like it like all these narratives and all these other stuff, man. I'm so glad Teague and a lot of these players stepped up and spoke about it, like you said. But this is something that I see a lot of other guys getting more comfortable, because we're seeing a lot of these other guys, the NBA guys, they have their own space now.
Yeah.
So they're feeling comfortable to speak on this.
Right.
Like, I don't care. I can't get canceled. I got my own thing.
Right.
I'm gonna say what I want to say now.
Straight up.
So
we'll keep talking and we'll dissect it.
Yeah.
Over here at Hip Hop Hoops.
Listen, I wanna go to hip hop.
Yeah.
So your boy Nelly, man.
Come on, man. Shout out Nelly, man. I felt him when he said that. Control Alt Delete.
Yes, Control Alt Delete.
Oh man, but it was real though. He was so right.
But you gotta understand, my era of music was the toughest era in hip hop ever. Ever. When I put out songs, I had to go against DMX,
Eminem,
Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda.
Nah.
Yeah.
All of us are fighting for one spot. So from 99 to like 2008, 10, it's the hardest era ever.
He said his era from 97 to 2000 or 99 to 2010.
Yeah.
He said his era was the hardest because the toughest.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounded crazy. The toughest because he had to compete with DMX, Jay-Z, Eminem, Luda, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts?
He's right. I mean, just the competition, and it was all about sales back then. They didn't really do the streams. You know what I mean? It was really record sales, like how much you selling when you drop first week. You know what I mean? It was who's gonna have that #1 spot on Billboard. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just felt from a competition standpoint, he nailed it, man.
Yeah, because I believe there's some truth to it. I don't think he was competing with those guys because like after that first album, Country Grammar, like he wasn't competing like that. Like, I know that album did well, and this is why I always say, like, guys, we can't keep talking about 50 Cent's first album doing 10 million. That's just not that's not gonna sell me. Like, it's good music, bro.
Right.
Like, that album is a dope music, it's like a dope album.
Right.
Like, so it's not the fact that, he sold 10 million. Like, throw that out. Like, because Nelly sold 10 million. Right. So, and there's other guys. Will Smith sold 10 million.
Right.
But I believe this is the era where guys, it was getting like more commercial. Like commercial hits.
Yeah.
Like you said. So, like you had guys like, DMX, Party Up.
Yeah.
Lose My Mind up in, like, you get what I'm saying?
timeless track. Though.
That's commercial for DMX. Yeah, Jay-Z, Big Pimpin', on In My Lifetime.
But even
3.
in that era, so much timeless commercial tracks that are still bumping
Big Pimpin',
today in the clubs.
Eminem, the Slim Shady show. The Slim Shady LP. My Name Is.
Yeah.
Commercial. You got 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. What was that in 90? When did 50 Cent drop his album?
I think that was 01? 02?
So in the club.
02.
Like one of probably his most streamed or most played on YouTube, watched song. That's probably his best song. But it was such a commercial hit. You got Lil Wayne, The Carter, Lollipop in 08. Come on.
Yeah.
You got Luda, Back for the First Time, 2000, Your Fantasy.
Right. He didn't even mention T.I. You know what
T.I.
I mean? There was a lot, man. Jeezy.
Like,
there was so much, man.
So, I can't even argue with him.
Can't.
That's hard to compete with.
It's hard to compete with, for real, bro. There's just so many artists, man, for only that one spot.
Hov had that spot though.
He had it for a bit. 50 had it for a bit.
Yeah. But I want to know from the people. Of course, we always got to talk to the people. Do you think that was the hardest era in hip hop from 99 to 2010, man? I want to hear from the people. Was Nelly correct when he said that was the hardest era in hip hop? I want to know from the people, man. We got this is a topic that I think is just needs to go away, man. Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Steve Stout was on Club Shay Shay, Steve Stout, and he was talking, about the breakup between Dame Dash and Jay-Z. And he kind of felt like Dame Dash, how can you fumble this? Like, you had the biggest artist in the world. Like, how? And he felt like, his antics kind of got in the way of all of this. What is your thoughts on that?
It's like one of those things where Dame wouldn't change. The way he spoke to people, the way he treated people. He was angry. Jay wanted more. I think Jay seen Dame's ceiling. I think that's really what it was. Jay seen Dame's ceiling.
You can't fault a man for wanting to get better.
Yeah, he wanted more, and everybody wanted more. Dame just had a very particular way of approaching it. He's far from stupid.
Right.
Very, very, very smart.
Right.
Very talented. Ego through the roof. So there was no working with him.
Right.
That's, to me, that's so touchy. You know what I mean? In regards to, I wasn't there. I wasn't behind those doors in those meetings. You're just seeing what we see on TV.
Right.
And stories that you may hear, but I know just hearing like Cam and Mace talk about Dame Dash and all the good and all the people that he's put on.
Kanye shows
right?
love.
All
the guys still show love.
All the talent that he's found and gave a platform to.
Yeah, he was the one who wanted to give Kanye his opportunity.
Right.
Hov didn't want that.
Right. And Hov was a talent in himself. And as he was getting, wiser in the industry and knowing how stuff works and knowing that he was the cash cow per se, felt like he could probably do it himself. Steve Stout also has been doing phenomenal work with artists and bringing in, seeing Steve Stout bring shoe deals to artists and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta rate that.
That was tough.
But I did see, Diddy want to beat him up. Steve Stout, Dame Dash want to beat him up. I remember seeing an infamous picture at the Madison Square Garden of 50 Cent with his hand in his face, getting ready to give him.
So he pissing a lot of people off.
He pissing a lot of the top dogs off. Like, you know what I mean? So he's a top dog himself, Steve Stout. So
what is he doing out there that's pissing everybody off?
Bottom line. So I can't. I felt for Club Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, man, he gets them people to talk. I don't know if he has them sipping on whatever. Truth serum, but man, shout out the Unk, you know what I mean? But Yeah, I have no comment in that sense. I do know,
I know they recently were in court not too long ago, about the whole his shares of Rockefeller,
yeah,
and he was kind of like, he was kind of he owed money
hmm
to a producer, a movie producer,
right,
and obviously he wasn't paying attention to all that stuff, and then the guy, it was like 800,000, and
yeah,
the dude wants his money, so the courts was like, okay, well, you own this.
yeah,
This is worth some money.
hmm
You got to sell it, and forcing him to sell it, right?
That's crazy.
And
But didn't Cam and Mace buy it
they
supposedly?
didn't buy it. They were thinking of trying to buy it, and
Yeah,
then maybe they said they felt like Drake might be interested of it because he likes to buy these type of things. Like he bought Pharrell's jewelry, and
right.
apparently he bought Vander Holyfield's ear. I don't know how true that is, but
Oh snap!
like
Okay.
just so he said that if they buy it, then maybe Drake would want it.
hmm
But uh Jay-Z and Dame, I mean Biggs, they try to like veto that, but the courts like they overruled them, like, nah, you gotta sell.
hmm
Like the interest is going up with the money that you owe. You gotta do something about it. So I just look at it like Dame fumbled a lot of stuff as far, especially his finances. And I hear a lot of people like, yo, Jay-Z did Dame wrong, but it's like, that famous,
Right.
that famous, worst drug known to man.
hmm
You know, it's harder than
right.
heroin when
Right.
you can look in the mirror like, yeah, I am, and
Yes.
still not see what you become.
hmm
I know I'm guilty of it too, but not like them. You lost. So it's like,
Mm.
too much Sam Rothstein.
Right.
Like, but I gotta divorce him. Hove got to get that shallow shit up off him.
Right.
Like, bro, you should have took that job in food and beverage.
Right.
Like,
Should've.
it's too much. Like, I could see Hove just wanting more for himself, and then a lot of people didn't want to work with Dame.
All that too, man.
So it's like, what are you supposed to do? Stay at this level?
Right.
Sometimes you're with your friends and they want you to be at this level,
Right.
but you have the potential to go up levels,
Right.
right? And they're just like, I'm cool. Let's stay here because they feel intimidated by other people getting involved and getting into your circle.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I just think that Dame, that drug, that famous drug, man, it can kill a lot of people, man. And then you got to look at it too like this, where I see Hove doesn't really respond. Like, we're not listening to Dame unless he's talking about Hove. I'm not listening to Dame. Like, he's doing all these podcasts, he's doing all these interviews all over, and everybody wants to ask him about Hove.
Right.
But you never hear Hove talking about him. He addressed it once
Right.
in
was
that
it.
song. I
Yeah.
heard Muff saying they made Hove. Okay, make another Hove.
Yeah.
Niggas wasn't playing their day role, so he parted ways like Ben and J-Lo.
Mhm.
Like, that's it. He never responded to him
mentioned
ever again. That was it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you can see he's probably like, man, I'm over this shit. Like, I'll buy your shares, and it
Yeah.
could be me and Biggs could own the shares.
Keep it moving.
Dame ain't trying to do it.
He ain't trying
Dame
to
got
do
it every 5 minutes in an interview. Jay-Z this, he did me wrong this. Come on, bro. Like, let's be real. J. Cole, 15 years, Rockefeller, not one complaint.
Right.
He's on tour right now. Not one complaint.
Not one complaint for real.
Kanye, come on, billionaire. Rihanna, billionaire. All those guys from State Prop, they know what it is. They're still wearing the Rockefeller chain.
Facts.
Emery, Memphis Bleak. He has some, whatever with Duce, the liquor. They're still making money. It's just Dame is the only one who's kind of the only one from the outside looking in. Like,
Right.
damn,
I mean, at the end of the day, you can say he burned a lot of bridges, man.
bruh. And I'm not saying this to diss Dame. He's talented. He definitely has an eye for talent. For damn sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's still working. He's still got so many projects that he's working on right now.
Way too much.
All right.
That boy trying to bring that child support down. So,
Oh yeah.
trying
my
to hide
bad,
that
my
money.
bad,
Trying
my
to hide
bad,
that
my
money.
bad.
Chill.
You're foul for that.
He's trying to bring that child support down. He ain't working.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, that's my thing with the whole thing. I just want to get that off because everybody always talks about how bad Jay-Z did Dame.
Right.
And I don't see it that way. Like, Dame made a lot of money in his lifetime, made him a really, really rich man. And how can you be upset? You know, I heard Dame say some stuff like, you know, there was 400,000 in the business account. He asked Big, whose money this is? I don't know. Yo, I'm taking that shit.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying? So it's like, but we always want to look to the one thing. Yo, Jay-Z went behind his back, started dealing with these people, you know, from Def Jam. What did he sell? He sell 25% of Rockefeller to Def Jam, and
something like that.
And then when he became the exec or whatever, they gave it all back to him.
Right.
So they're like, yo, that was a finesse move, bro. Like you just, bro.
Well, we already know, you know, you're pro Jay-Z. You know what I mean? So
I like facts, man. That's all. I just like the facts. That's all, man. So,
all right.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But drip,
yes,
or trip.
Yes.
We got two of the victims we got today. We're gonna start off with Jalen Williams.
Man, he hooping.
He's definitely hooping.
Okay,
but he violated on this. This is a horrible. I don't know if those are shorts or is that a skirt. I don't know.
They look like shorts to me, man.
The LV jacket, the LV varsity jacket.
Do you call those
cool.
like flannel shorts? What do you call those, man? What do you call those?
Capri shorts.
No, not capris.
Those ain't capris?
I don't think those are capris, man.
Kent, what are those? Those are not capri shorts? Is that a skirt? I think it might looks like a skirt. Well, the LV jacket.
Yeah, the LV jacket goes hard.
That's a nice varsity jacket.
Yes,
but it's just like I'm not sure what it is with these guys with this skirt stuff. But this fit is horrible. This is a bullshit fit for me. This is a horrible fit for me. I don't know about you. I don't know what he has. Are those Air Force Ones on his feet? Those look like champion shoes.
They're probably like
the ones that you get from Burlington Coat Factory. That's what those look like.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm leaning towards drip, man.
What?
I'm leaning towards drip, man. I
what
like the fit, man.
You couldn't wear this in Finch, bro.
I could be on the block right now.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? I could be at
niggas
the plaza,
beating you up, bro, if you wear this shit.
I could be at the plaza rocking this, and no one gonna say nothing, man. I'm gonna get nothing but compliments.
So them shorts they're covering all your legs because you're smaller.
Yeah, okay. Well, you know, I get probably like a small. You know what I mean? I'll probably get like a...
Yo, this boy, Jay, for me, he's tripping. Flat out, he's tripping for me. This is a bullshit fit.
But I mean,
this is
you
a
look
bunch
from
of bullshit.
the top up, like everything could go, and then you just...
If you just... that's not how the fit goes,
You're
man.
talking about the entire
whole fit. Is he
those
dripping
are like
or
some
tripping?
flannel shorts. I forgot the term, man. I forgot the term of these shorts, man.
Capri shorts, man.
They're not capris, B. They're not, man.
That's a bullshit fit, man. He's tripping for me.
Yeah, well, he's making it work, though.
Nah, he ain't making that shit
Some
work.
people can just make shit work.
They got him. It's over. He's done. They got him. He gonna start wearing dresses soon. He's done.
Man, cut it out, man.
Anyways, hip-hop, we got your boy 21 Savage.
Yes.
Yo, I don't know what to say about this fit. Like you said, the bag is matching. He's in Paris right now.
The bag is matching the Eiffel Tower.
Yo,
you know what I mean? So he was a little bit aware of his surroundings.
Right.
He knew he was going to take a pic by the Eiffel Tower.
Are those Air Force Ones he got on? I think those might be the brown Supreme Air Force Ones, I think, that he got on his feet.
I don't know if those are Air Force Ones, no. They don't look like Air Force Ones.
Those might be the Supreme Air Force Ones.
But it's
brown ones.
It's the Louis suit.
Yo, this just screams like I'm just a rich ass nigga, right? Like I'm just rich. Shut up. I can wear whatever the hell I want. Yeah, I don't know. Could you pull this off?
I could pull this off, man.
Is he dripping or tripping?
He's dripping, man. He is dripping.
I don't know, man.
He is dripping, man.
I don't know.
And then he just wants to let you know how aware he is of his surroundings.
Guys, I want to know. I need to know. This right here
matching the Eiffel Tower, man.
Yo, I'm on the fence with this one right here. So I need to know from the people, man.
Nah,
it's
a
first,
simple
we gotta
drip,
go,
man.
We gotta go with Jalen Williams. Is he tripping or is he dripping?
Right.
And we gotta know from this boy right here, 21 Savage, man. Is he tripping? Or is he dripping or tripping? We need to know from the people.
Man, he dripping.
I don't know about this one. Right here.
I'm sold, man. I'm sold. All right.
Like, he just looks like a whole Louis bag. Like, a whole Louis Vuitton bag. Like, throw that nigga on somebody's hip or something. I don't know. He look like a purse. A big-ass purse. I know it's expensive, but damn.
It looks good, though. Looks good, man. Looks good. I'll rock it.
We'll see, man.
Right?
But that's what I got, man.
Yo,
You got any shout outs?
Yeah, I want to shout out Shea, Gilchrist, Alexander, like Walker, Shea, man.
SGA. Yep.
SGA, man. I think he scored 30 on every NBA team so far.
He has the most 30-point games in OKC history.
Yeah.
So that just tells you that he's putting up some crazy work. In a season.
He is moving.
He has the most 30-point games in a season.
He is moving like the face of the NBA right now. Consistently putting in that work. He said he's consistently consistent. Bars.
Yeah, he kills me.
You know what I'm saying?
He's the illest, bro.
He's the illest right now. He can't do no wrong at the moment. MVP.
Who is the MVP for you right now? Is it between him and Joker?
Yeah, it's between him and Joker.
Nobody else in there?
Nobody else. I mean, Luka's there. Greek Freak is there. Tatum looking kind of not. He had a great duel against KD.
He was playing horrible in the beginning. Turned it up in the second half. KD to drop 45 on it, and then asked for his jersey. Sign it for me after that. Look at that jersey, dog. Just dropped 40 on me.
But I think losing to Denver twice. You know what I mean?
There's 2 games. They lost to 2 games in a row. They played last night against Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm just like, when it comes to the big games, Tatum's not answering the call right now at the moment. Big games. So he's still on the ladder for MVP because, Boston is still number 1 in the East.
In the whole NBA,
Or in the whole NBA, sorry.
Yeah.
So he has something to do with that, obviously. But, he just, to me, you're beating up on everybody else. But when it comes to the big dogs, you ain't doing that.
He's not doing that.
Shea is beating up big dogs.
Shea dropped 30 on everybody.
He's giving everybody the business,
Yeah.
Ant-Man, Luka,
That's the future right there for
That's
those
the
three.
future right there, but listen.
Are you taking
put some
Shea?
respect
Are you taking
on
Shea
Shea.
over both of those guys?
Yes, I am. Right now, yes.
I want to know from the people. We got to talk to the people. I want to know who's your MVP right now the NBA season. Is it Luka? Is it Luka, Shea, or Joker? I want to know from the people. Who's your MVP of the NBA season this year?
There you go, man.
I think it's Shea. I'm rocking with Shea.
And lastly, man, I want to shout out IT, man. Isaiah Thomas, back in the G League. You know what I mean? He gave what? I think it was 32, 5-4, or 35, 5-4. Forgot the numbers, but he put in the work, got the W, had a little emotional breakdown in the locker room. Not an emotional breakdown, but it was more like tears of joy. He's back. You know what I mean? Just give him an opportunity, B. Give him an opportunity. There's so much teams that could utilize his talent right now, man. You know what I mean? So keep putting in that work, IT, holding it down for the small hoopers.
That's why you want to bring up, because he's one of the small guys.
Straight up, man. Straight up, man. You know what I mean? I'm advocating for all my small hoopers, man. And that's it, man. That's it, man.
Okay. Shout outs locally, no.
On the local.
I want to shout out Coach Chris. Chris, he was coach of the year, man. Jay Addison.
Yes.
Give Coach Chris a shout out, man.
Shout out Coach Chris.
Yep.
I want to shout out everybody participating in the U Sport Final 8. You know what I mean? Up in Laval. It's the competition. The games have been phenomenal to watch.
Humber Hawks too, right? Hawks.
In the OCAA as well. But right now I'm just talking about the U Sport. And shout out my boy Nathan Grant, man. He's coaching at Laval. Shout out my boy Dion Buckley. He's an assistant coach at Ottawa U. They got eliminated yesterday. They lost to Queens. But Laval, they are actually going to the final.
Right.
And they got into the tournament because they were hosting. You know what I mean? And I don't think a host has ever won it all. So we'll see. We'll see.
Root for those guys.
I think they're playing against Queens. And shout out, I went to school with him back in the day. Nathan Grant, man. He got the illest victory walk, man. I'm gonna send it to you, man. His walk, man. I felt like walking into the studio, man. You know what I mean? That walk is mean. You know what I mean? Good luck to you tonight, baby. Do your thing, man. Basketball is back in the country. It's a beautiful thing.
Loving it.
On the OCAA side, on the U Sport side, I'm just
the
happy
prep
to see
the high school side.
I'm just happy to see the evolution of the game, man. It's in Canada. It's beautiful to watch, man. You know what I mean? And guys, we out, man. Continue to support on all social media platforms, man. On YouTube, hit that like, subscribe. You know what I mean? On X, on What else, man? IG, follow us on IG, hiphop.hoops. TikTok, all of that, man. You know what I mean? Title League, Distant Cousins. We continue working, man. That's it, man.
Go get you some food from Honey Soul Food, man. Get you a plate, man.
Get you a plate.
Yeah. Let's go. Shout out the
Yes,
mountain of
sir.
Fitch. I got Iggy and was doing right for the culture. If you just here for the views and the likes and just put out no mic, you a